welcome to another episode of Time Out with Ketu House Fellowship. We continue our discussion on equal and unequal works.
Wait. You know what? I think this is a very large discussion. So let's just try and see how much we can manage it. Okay. So from where you're coming from, you're meeting someone and you're already channeling it. Or should I use making up your mind? Because now
you discern,
he asked the
you
question.
can discern somebody.
Now,
Not,
you know we are
that-
Christians,
that's
right?
on a personal level. That's not on a general level.
Okay, but
He said something.
we're talking about managing.
We're talking about
relationship.
managing
Because-
relationship at the initial stage.
Yeah, exactly.
In
So
a
I'm
new
giving you
relationship with the
how
opposite
I would
sex.
go about them.
Yeah, managing.
Because if I know that this person, I'm going to strictly do business with you, I will know how to approach you. I will know what and what not to allow, or what and what. So I'll be able to.
Relationship, things evolve.
Yeah, they
Things
do.
evolve. I meet this young man today. We start talking, right? Friendship ensues, right? If I got that word correctly, you start talking, and probably you realize that you like the same things, right? You both like art, or you both like music, and then it becomes the basis of your conversation. You begin to enjoy conversations when you spend time. I don't know who said it earlier. When you spend constant time with people, with anyone, especially the opposite sex, there's a fondness that grows, right? Now, I was saying channel, not making up your mind at that point. There's a fondness that goes. Both of you are looking forward to the end of the day so that you can talk, right? It's even now worse if the person is in another continent and then you have to wait and be counting up. You know how many hours that person is ahead or behind you, right? But you look forward to having a conversation with that person, either on a business level, but you gel. Something is the bridge, right? Something connects you. After that connection, right? That's when you start thinking, okay, no, I noticed that this person is actually a very thoughtful person. I noticed this person actually cares about people because they've seen it in your attitude, they've seen it in your conversation, they've seen you act it out. Maybe you just, can we just grab a bite? And then you see how they attend to people, how they address the waitress and all of that. So you begin to form an opinion about that person.
About how many people? I mean,
I'm talking about. We meet a lot of people every day, right? I'll make myself an example. I meet a lot of people every day, right? The kind of relationship I have with each and every one of them varies. We are human beings, but we cannot. I don't think. Let me be careful here. I do not think that a human being has a tendency to maintain the same level of interaction with everybody, right? And I'm not saying this is me. I'm not saying that you are testing this one, you're testing that one, you're testing this one. No, you started out pure. You started out genuine. It's friendship, and then it develops. If God says that is this brother A that develops much faster, right? And then you see that your values align, and all of that, and then it's mutual. If it's mutual, you can now start talking about moving to the permanent sites.
So are you saying?
Okay,
Wait, sorry.
wait.
Before
Sorry.
I want to learn.
I love that
here.
word, permanent
Because we are
site.
talking about managing these relationships. Because at some point you have to be able to decide what kind of relationship you have with this person, and it doesn't take that long.
I want to come in from this. I'm just trying to make sure we are working the boat in the right direction. And she said, getting to the point. As friendship,
How long does that take?
Now,
That friendship.
you know one thing.
There's no stipulated time.
So how do you know that my own it's just instant? Like I'm
For
also
what
like
you're
saying
saying.
the same thing now. I've met this person.
You're making up your mind. What
You're
you're
making up your
I
mind.
mean, it's
I'm
a
looking at this
beginning.
fine guy.
You would
you
have
see that,
interacted with this person.
Okay.
Then you would have formed your mind. Okay, this person has intellectual prowess.
But
This
the
person
danger-
has
the danger-
business wisdom.
Sorry.
This
I hope
person,
we're all aware that this person is a person.
of course,
by
Equally
default,
yoked, right?
by default.
No, not by default. by
No.
proper.
So when you're checking,
All right. Okay.
I'm not the
equally,
standard. I'm not the standard person. List your standard, but there are basics I must check. This is we are
You're a
assuming.
Christian.
Maybe we should even maybe we should give the background.
No, I think no. Even if you're not a Christian. No.
No general relationship, but you two move to permanent side.
Okay, I think what we're trying to establish here. See, if you're not a Christian, we are not this relationship. I'm sorry.
No, because he was
Well,
talking
you're not
about
Christian.
a romantic relation.
But
Exactly,
she's
right?
actually like right. Not she's actually being real, because these things can happen.
Yeah, it happens.
Yes. So I mean, it's not a utopia where you say that every person you meet that you find attractive in the sense of how they look or how they speak or the things they do would have the same, will have all the values aligned with you. Maybe as you're getting to know the person, you realize that this person might not like be born again, or might not. So that's when you now have to decide: do I go forward or do I step back? So I mean, she's right in that sense that she
She's
could.
right in that
Yeah.
sense.
So
Okay, so I think now you've helped with one of the questions, because my major concern here is how do you manage expectations? See, wait. So she was saying something about something you come up. She was saying something about.
Rebecca is in a hurry.
He asked a question. That's what I thought about.
Maybe he's a serial killer.
I mean, look, if you don't be a serial killer,
It's not necessarily for marriage or for a relationship. I mean, for a romantic. Okay, sorry. My making up. Okay, so sorry. Sorry, let me re-explain. Let me re-explain. I meet this guy. He's business savvy. I know that from at least 2 or 3 discussions, I'll be able to tell if I can be romantically inclined to you or not. But then I'll be able to channel my mind that okay, this person is a friend though, who we can do business with. I'm serious.
Let me say.
I can do. Then you begin to
Damilola,
work your
1 minute.
discussions.
Let me say.
Your discussions will be more on the business side. If it's the other way, you're
I think I want to say that I don't know for ladies. I don't know if it's so for ladies, but I know the much I know about guys. Once I know that a guy can see a lady, right, and make up his mind, right, almost immediately that no, this is someone I want to be with, right, because they've seen something, right, and I've seen guys who actually they see potential and then they help to shape you, right, to an ideal woman, right. Most of these, I mean, in cases like this, they are probably older, more experienced and all of that. But for the lady, I don't see it because it takes time. But I can't generalize. I'm being careful here. But when you're meeting someone for the first time, there's something that attracts you to that person. For me, I mean, if you don't mind, for me, first, your intellectual capacity, right? Once I'm able to, converse with you. But before you open your mouth to speak, I see a fine guy. You turn. I say, but I mean, that's you chill. And then when he now speaks, and you see wisdom, you think again. In your mind, you're saying, star.
Glory.
No, but you're gradually getting there. You're getting there, but then you have to be careful how much of your heart you pour out before you know that the person is on the same.
how you relate with this person.
I'm seeing this person.
Sorry. Can I say something? Okay, I actually like the way you're being real about this. And I, for one, okay, if I'm to say how I manage my relationship with the opposite sex, okay, it's like this. When you meet someone, it's always best to have an open mind. You give the person benefit of doubt to prove who they are. You give from conversations you could spot, okay, this is the kind of person this is kind of person is. Then as time goes on, the level of um intimacy, or however the level of friendship goes, the communication, the time, and all. I believe that we as spiritual beings, it's best to go and ask God, okay, God, this is this person. What kind of friend is this person supposed to be in me? What kind of relationship are we supposed to be? Is it this? Is it this? Is it just for business, or is it how we met, just acquaintances? Because okay, let's just be very visual about this. This is a house. There are some people, there are some friends that you just meet at the gate. There are some friends that don't know your house. Those ones are there. Not that you guys are not friends, but that's the level of friendship. And with the interaction you've had with the person, it's obvious that no, this is where it can't go beyond this. There are friends that know your house. There are friends that can come into your compound, and there are friends that can come into your sitting room. And even in the sitting room, even in the sitting room, there are level of hours certain friends can stay. And there are some friends that know every nook, that even has a spare key to your house. Exactly. So must it be romantic? No. We should always have that at the back of our mind because it's an opposite sex. I think as Christians that should be wrong. But the, no, no, no. That's what I've been trying to say. This the simple thing is just for us to have an open mind till God sees otherwise.
want to add something to what some two have been saying. Let's this aspect of being too forward. Not just in the because sometimes one thing about a relationship is shows that it's because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if you're already in your heart, you have gone too far. So it will be shocking. It will be surprising yourself when you start saying some things. The way you be go the way you find yourself around a brother, for example, a sister, the kind of what you use for the brother that you don't use for that brothers, and the brothers are quick to pick those things. I'm the brother that is not serious, might just want to get that emotional part of you, enjoy it for the moment, and then move on. And we are all hoping that this is the so and it's just good that in your mind you're not forward. You know what you want. It's looking like it, but you still know that you have to take your time because you don't want to get it wrong at the end of the day. And then that's the aspect where, as you have spoken about, you have to involve God. You don't just rush at it. So you see that it's just good to be open minded, like you said, and then you're not too forward. Open minded means that you want to do all in your power to keep everything on low key, such that it's just something simple and not too special. Like some have some special brothers in their life, and then some have some general brothers in their life. So, but just make it such that
Because it's like you're attacking me.
Everybody cannot be.
We have, I categorize my friends. I categorize my friends. How I am with A may not be how I am with B, and I'm not trying. Hmm. But for instance, Evansky, right? And I call Goze. Does not mean does not mean that she likes Evana more than me. Right? As a spec key. It doesn't mean however however we need to understand that relationships in that in that sense, with the opposite sex. I mean, we have classmates who are guys. I have classmates who are guys. I have colleagues who are guys that we relate well, right? And I have other colleagues who are also guys that is just professional, right? I'm done. I move on. I think both people in that relationship, both persons need to know that they need to define the relationship.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Pardon me, please.
I was going to say something. Okay, what the other one I wanted to say is it's also good managing your expectations in the sense that not being too forward is also healthy for your own mental health because you don't want to put someone in a certain place and you realize the person is not there. Some people can break down because of that, and you could put the other brother or the other sister in a state of guilt, which is putting the person in a state in person might derail from there or something. So it's in as much as we are looking at it from different real angles. It's also a very sensitive thing that we should be very very careful about. The kind of things we project, the kind of thoughts we actually have towards our own brothers or sisters in the house. So it's very key.
Thank you so much. I mean, to be sincere, I've enjoyed this particular session. Okay, so why I brought this question is from people I've met, both in my personal lives and a few friends that I've spoken to, a few ladies, pardon me to use that word, that have fallen victim of. Yes, I'm really going to love to use that word because it's almost like it's easier, though at times it is actually more catastrophic when the guy himself goes through that. Now, what is the dad that I'm talking about? A destroyed expectation. When your expectations are cut short, it's happening continuously all around. So there is a level you get to as a young lady, as a young man, that you begin to aspire to have that. I mean, I think someone said you obviously marry your friend, and because you marry your friend, it means maybe any of your friends. You understand? And okay, we also know that communication is key to a strong friendship. So there is a level you get to where you communicate with people. I chat with you every day. I talk to you every day. I call you every day. I call you early in the morning. Hey, how was the day? How was the night? There is a level those things get to. For me, I think in managing expectation as Christians, like we've all said, a proper approach is key. Open-minded. Be open-minded. Because you don't want a situation where you put someone in a space where, and being open-minded means you have to have some control, self-control. It's key. Self-control. Now you have met a particular wonderful sister. And, you really want to talk to her every day. You want to tell her every day. Tell her everything. Are you aware that when you start that, right, you're going to be putting her in a space, in an emotional space, where she begins to, because we've been told some things that your action speaks louder than your voice. So you have not told her anything like, hey, we're going to, be together. I've prayed about it. You've not even done any of those things. We're already creating that atmosphere where you are leading her on. Please wait, just give me a minute. You are leading
her on. I just want to interject so that you answer everything, like you contribute as
you're
saying.
All right.
What happened to expressing instead of putting somebody in a space?
Yes, I was going
Why
there.
not talk about
now,
it?
One thing, I was going there. Like I said, right, you've just met this person. What I'm saying is, for a start, there is a need for self-control. You like this person. We've talked about, you've seen a whole lot of wonderful things you love in this person, and you're like, this is just him. Or this is just her. But, you're a spiritual being. See, you can't, every good guy is not your husband. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
every wonderful sister, spiritual, tongue talking, aligned to destiny and goal is not your wife. And you don't get to date everyone you meet. You don't get to marry every brother you meet. So, because you know you are in that space, it is important you have done your personal assignment before leading anyone on. Or being led on. Yeah, so you don't get to a point where you start calling every day. Should you communicate? It's key. Your friends. You may feel like talking to the person every 5 hours. Control, self-control. You're a Christian now. Self-control. Put yourself under that subjection. It is not easy. But get to a point where you've gone to God. You're a Christian now. You've gone to God. Hey, God, I don't understand again. No. What are you saying? See, that you've seen a wonderful guy that fits into your today does not mean he's going to fit into your tomorrow. It is key. See, and the fact that we don't have any idea about what tomorrow is, or many things about tomorrow that I don't understand, but I know who owns tomorrow. So you go to God and you've come to a point, God, what are you saying? I mean, I've met this lady. I mean, I'm not suggesting for you, but God, she's awesome. She is so awesome. So what are you saying, God? And God is like, son, wait. Oh my God, that's.
Please, can I say something?
I remember. Sorry, pardon me. I have a situation. I was talking with a friend, a lady. So they've been friends. This lady and this guy. They've been friends since university days. They've been friends for 6 good years. So in their 6th year, sure, the lady got to a point and she was like, bro, I'm falling for you. I'm falling. It's not I'm falling. I'm falling. You're not saying anything. Where are we going? Now, that's a very big question for anyone. What are we? Those are the 3 questions that make people run in life. Where are we going? What are we? If you can answer that, how are we getting there? Then the question of when are we going there comes in. That's a different matter. Now, this particular lady, when you told this guy, the guy was like, oh, yeah, he's also interested. Okay, that they should pray. Okay, so they decided to go separately. They're still friends. They know each other, and they went on praying and really praying. Now, when the lady got to God, God was beginning to speak to her heart, say, wait, God, wait. I've been waiting for 6 years. Daughter, wait. Now, so it was a bit difficult for her to do, but she just waited. Even though she didn't want to wait, something made her wait. She fell sick. And within the period of the sickness, she tried treating malaria. It wasn't working. And she had to go do tests to confirm what exactly was wrong. Now, they've been friends for 6 years, and they had no idea what their genotype was. They just missed it out. So when she went to the hospital, they had to test and discover she was AS. So I think she called the guy and she was like, hey, yeah, I'm actually AS. So what are you again? I'm also AS. Now that's a long journey. An unmanaged expectation. You understand? So for 6 years now, and now for the lady it's very difficult for her. Why? This person knows what I do. When I cough, he knows what it means. When I blink twice, he knows. So you've gotten to a point of alignment. If I can use that word, almost oneness. But here you are, and you just have to say, God, so this is why you asked me to wait. Now, so it is important that don't start extreme intimacy. Friendship is key. Don't start extreme intimacy until you have been able to establish that, God, you are in this matter. One, I also want to go. I want to go, and you are in this matter. Until you have established that this is fact. Now, if you have established that, then obviously, as God helps you. If it's God that told you that led your heart, He will also lead you. He will lead you on how to go about it. Because at times, this other person is not very ready for that yet. What God is actually concerned about is, can you build her first in some aspect of her life? So you need to be able to balance that. God is saying, see, if you come into her life now as let us start, it will be disastrous for her. She would not be able to pursue some things. She's not ready in that aspect, but you can help her. You can begin to, grow. You guys can grow together to that point. Now, what if in a situation where this is a friend, from conversations you can know when this person is having some thoughts. You can know. I mean, come on, you can know. Hey, dear, have you eaten? Yeah. What did you eat? Rice. Law. I ate rice. Law. No. How does rice and law? You can just see some. So you know already. You are seeing those signs. I think it's also important that when you begin to see those signs, and you've gone to God, and God is saying, see, son, this person is just going to be a very wonderful colleague, a very awesome business partner. Now, you need to manage this, and that is where declaration comes in.